Can't get blood from a stone, Logan. As it is, we can barely make ends meet.
That isn't my problem. I was clear when I loaned Garin the money that I wanted it back by first harvest.
I'll see what I can do.
My father and mother are the richest on the island, and that includes Councillor Morvain. That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar. Maybe. I can't help but think of some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be? Next time.
About miserable. Just miserable.
I said to put it on my account, and that's the end of it. Understand?
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. My wife and I are doing the best we can to keep Raven Rock fed. Just got some of my merchandise off the latest supply ship. See if anything strikes your fancy. I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone.
I was clear when I loaned Garin the money that I wanted it back by first harvest.
The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine. Fight well.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark. That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim. We wandered around a bit and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lami, the town's alchemist. I was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit. It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstheim, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help. As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstheim. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morvain, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades. Careful with those netches. They may look seriously hurt.
Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, it's the only tool tough enough to crack stone, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the one Cretius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. Calling some folks say it's enchanted. I don't think I've come up. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do. Can I help you?
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our laws.
Anything you
Otherwise,
can
you'll
contribute
answer
to Raven
the
Rock will
veteran
be
guard.
greatly appreciated. On behalf of House Redorin and as Councillor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome.
How much longer do you intend
You've
to
never
smother this
heard of
shield,
House
Admiral?
Redorin? We're the
Veteran
mightiest of the
council
great
tasked me with
houses,
keeping Laeral
and we
alive,
lead the
which
council,
I've done without
the
question for
ruling
over
body
100
of
years.
Morrowind.
He's the closest thing I've had
This
to
isn't
our brother,
Skyrim,
and we
Outlander.
all owe him our
A
lives.
group of powerful and
Might have
influential
suddenly
Dunmer
turned
families
my
have
back.
been ruling Morrowind for millennia.
I'm sorry, my love.
They embody a
It's this
council made up
island.
of 5 great
Never felt the
houses:
same since we left
Telvanni,
Varnfell.
Dres,
It's as though
Endoral,
a part of
Sadras,
me
and
is
Redoran.
missing.
Every
Well, of
Dunmer
course,
left a piece of
with
themselves
4 other
behind
houses on the
when they
council,
departed our
someone
lives.
has to keep the rabble
All we can
organized.
do is make the
Our
most of
house
what
leads the
we
council
have.
by virtue of our preeminence in battle, with ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there, sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reeklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here.
How much longer
Without
do
the
you
mine,
intend to serve
Raven
as a
Rock
shield?
doesn't feel like it can last much longer.
Veteran council tasked me with keeping Laeral alive.
My
Which
doors
I've
are...
done.
If
Question
you wish
for
to
over
discuss
100
matters
years.
involving Raven Rock.
He's the closest thing I've had.
If it wasn't for the bull, we'd be digging our houses out beneath the ash by now.
My husband, Bendolfir. Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Here in his shrine, here do we toil.
That you might.
By night, we reclaim.
Fascinating. By touching the stone, you appear to have fallen under whatever influence is affecting the others.
Grows ever near to us.
I wonder how long this effect will last. Perhaps it is permanent. As
Now,
with others.
through me, do you see?
That would be a shame. You are an interesting exception to the otherwise
And when the
universal
world
phenomenon.
shall listen. And when
That world will
then
remembers.
don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. That makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. Building something, clearly, and yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrune. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself. The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills too. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shores. You are too young to remember the Nerevarine. He defeated Degahur and saved us all from the Blight. It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived. When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild. We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again. That's that then. Are we done? I thought so.
By night, we reclaim. By day. Was stolen.
Far from ourselves. He grows ever near to us.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our... Otherwise...
Lori, you need to talk some sense into your husband.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here? Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible. Keep yourself safe.
I've sworn to keep Councillor Morvain safe, and I intend to... I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone. I'm not sure what. Remember.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, milady. If you need anything, Master Geld. We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense.
The best swordsman in all Morrowind is at your service. For the right price.
Welcome to the Retching Netch, Outlander. The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more. If you've got gold on your hands, you might talk to Rallis up at Colbjorn Barrow. I've heard he wants to excavate the place. The Ashspawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the Redoran Guard are overwhelmed. Haven't heard anything lately, but check back with me. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle, and it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. The finest Sujamma to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujamma. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost. A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is as the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock. Oh, how kind. Thank Gelders for me, won't you? Adral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday. He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Adral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Adral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Adral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock. Adral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward. if you find my folio.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe. Solstheim.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem?
I'll give you
talk to him.
If you're dealing with me, there's only one thing to remember. Pay your debts or end up hurt. Take that swill and pour it down a well.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have all sorts of authentic Sorry. Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at Vanetch. Until next time.
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
My wife and I are doing the best we can to keep Raven. Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Looking for any potions? I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? Careful with those netches. They may look...
Find my pickaxe yet? Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. You tell... He better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Milor over at the Ian's farm should be still mixing potions.
Yes? May the wind be at your back, friend.
Captain Gallon does the business around here. I'm just a ship's man.
The entire island. I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
As the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, it would be my pleasure
Your
to
visit
help you
here.
any way that
What?
I can.
Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember,
Anything you can call... Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you.
Veteran Council tasked me with keeping Laeral
My doors
alive,
are open.
which
Wish
I've
to
done without
discuss
question for
matters
over
involving
100 years.
Raven
He's the closest thing I've had to a brother, and we all owe him our lives. Am I to suddenly turn my back?
I'm sorry, my love.
Headed east? They want to give Telmithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place one bit. They serve the best sujam I've ever tasted of a wretched netch. Worth every coin.
Though our spirits may be low and danger lurks beyond the light, I am confident that they will never abandon us again. Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? There where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They are befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains. Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. The reclamations are the true tribunal, the Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people, Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations. Be cautious, friend. The Ash Spawn are soulless beings with no Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our... Get that vile liquid away from me. Non-believers are never welcome here. Glover Mallory is a wonder with a hammer and anvil.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout? Well, tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it. Next time, then.
Always glad to help, Sergio. What can I do for... Not today. Too many things on my mind. Pleasant journey, Sergio.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
Welcome to the Rutching Nutch Corner Club, milady. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler.
Your
Could I
skin's
interest
as
you in
pale
any
as the
fine
snow.
ash-grown fruit?
You scared of sunlight or something?
Splendid. Another mouth to feed.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a
Our eyes
fascinating
once
test
were
subject.
blinded.
Why? Never seen a Redoran guard before?
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of ebony left in the mines. You might want to just move on.
Squatting isn't tolerated in the abandoned buildings. If you need a place to stay, head to the Corner Club.
Just remember who's in charge around here.
If you look...
Welcome to the Wretching Netch Corner Club, milady. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you. We have all sorts of... Sorry, Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. Safe travels.
Always. Not today. Too many things on my mind.
Miserable.
Pleasant
Just
journey,
miserable.
Sergio.
Oh, I hate this place.
Your visit here would be tolerated as long... I've sworn to keep counsel... What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island.
Remember,
the mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Bah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock, and when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no
As the
stone.
wife to the second councillor of Raven Rock,
Welcome
it
to
would be my
Raven
pleasure
Rock,
to help
traveller.
you any way
Could
that
I
I
interest
can.
you in any fine
My
ash-grown
husband is
food?
second councillor, so I
Next
certainly
time
have
you're
the means
hungry,
to
stop
reward
by.
you if you
I
find my
always
folio.
have plenty of food for sale.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our rules.
You think you have it, Brad? Try walking. Oh,
Miserable. Just miserable.
Want to buy anything?
Oh, I hate this.
Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding.
Welcome to Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up
The
with.
East Empire
Next
pendants
time
are
you're
scattered
hungry,
all
stop
over,
by.
so leave no stone.
Plenty of food for sale.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club. Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. I heard crazy old Cressius has been sneaking in the Raven Rock mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there. I heard crazy old Cressius. The Ashspawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the Redoran Guard are overwhelmed.
You stuck in Raven Rock too?
I'll set you up
Horrible,
right.
isn't it?
We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense.
Prospecting for ebony? You're wasting your time. The mine's as dry as a bone.